Don't be stupid. Don't podcast. Be
Yeah.
be
Test 1, 2.
be be don't stupid. Don't stupid. Don't stupid. Don't podcast. Don't stupid podcast. Don't stupid. Don't stupid podcast. Don't stupid. Don't podcast.
Yes. Back again. What's up, Big Tone?
Konnichiwa. What's happening?
Man, all good. How you doing, E?
What's happening?
So tonight, man, first little trial run, man.
Oh boy.
What you thinking? What you thinking? Y'all ready for this?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Tone?
Nope.
No doubt, right? No doubt.
Y'all tripping.
So what episode is this?
39. Episode 39.
Hang on a minute.
You know, episode 39. It's going to be a little trial and error here. We learning. You know, this is our first time Instagram Live. Right, Tone?
Oh, for sure, man. Hey,
Instagram Live.
now you got the voices, and now you got the faces.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh
no doubt.
boy.
You get to see some of this crazy shit that be happening in the room. We talking crazy, trying to get it all going. And
I don't know how crazy it is. It's just three niggas sitting down. They don't look that crazy, huh?
we
I don't
niggas
know.
sitting talking shit. That's what we do.
I hope everybody comb their hair, because I wear a hat, so I ain't
Nigga, I always wear a hat.
Right? That's right. That's right. That's right.
arrogant in this
So
position.
what episode is this?
39. So
39,
welcome to
39.
my humble abode, as they say. This is the lab we get busy at, but we finally get to invite y'all in, and we've been talking about going live or having some kind of video stream forever. We finally up, so hopefully, you know, y'all get a little interaction with us. You get to talk to us, ask us questions. Even if we don't answer your question right at that moment, when we get a chance, we're gonna try to. But just sit back and enjoy the show. That's what I'm really hoping that happens tonight. We have a good time. E, what's cracking? What you want to talk about first, baby?
He done talking.
What's going on? So anything happened this week? I know I'm gonna start it with the shit that made me the maddest this week. I don't
What's
think it was something we talked last week, and we said there's certain things we don't like watching. And what it was, because he said, I remember, because it had something to do with a certain video that you don't want to watch because you can never unsee it.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, I kind of figured, knowing the story before I clicked on it, that I didn't want to see it, but I clicked on it anyway.
Okay.
And saw that that brother on the subway or bus, train, whatever,
It was a train.
kicking that old lady.
Yeah. Now,
So-
see, you up on me one, because I didn't see the video.
You don't want to see it.
And I don't want to see it because what Eric said. I didn't want to see some dude kicking some elderly lady. That's not for me, bro.
Yeah.
So the video shows. What the video shows is this cat. I mean, I think he's from what I read, he's like 36 years old.
Mhm.
So he's a grown ass man. He's a whole grown man.
Mhm.
He the video just shows him like this lady. I guess supposedly she's homeless. Later on, they did. I mean, when people came forth, they said that's like she's mentally kind of jacked up too. I guess she's a retired kindergarten teacher, and anyway, that's
besides the
irrelevant.
point.
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
doesn't
matter,
really
yeah.
even matter. But so when the video shows is him just this nigga ain't even hitting her. He's kicking her, and she's sitting down, and he's just bam, kicking her. Boom, kicks her in the face a couple times.
Damn.
Kicking, and she's just sitting there, just taking it. She's barely blocking it. She's just just taking them.
Mhm.
But the worst part of all of it, to me, I mean, nothing gets worse than him. I mean, of course, him doing it, the action, actually doing it. But the motherfuckers that's recording it and you can hear them. You can hear the guys like, ooh, shit, ooh. And they just recording the shit. And then the motherfucker walks off the train when the doors open after he gets done kicking her. And he says, World Star that? Or something like, put that on World Star, nigga.
Oh, he wasn't ashamed of nothing to cover
So
his
that's
face.
what, yeah, he looked dead at the dude that was recording it. The guy's recording it. And he said, put that on World Star, nigga. Like that, and walked off like he was bad. Like he was the shit.
Yeah, you a bad man.
Fucker.
Now, how old was the lady?
Like 70. How old they said she was? 70
Just you saying lady alone is it's just
you
bad.
know, the tragedy about that is eventually, you would think somebody would have intervened and stopped that bullshit. And nobody did shit.
Nope. Not this social media age.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, with the way things are now, it's just crazy that could go on. And because people are so crazy out there, I know that's the reason why. Because people are so crazy out there, other people don't want to get involved because they don't want to be the next one getting their ass whooped. But it seems like that's something that that's just an ass whooping I got to take, I guess, because I would have jumped in. I would have had to jump in. I would have hoped. I would hope that
At least have backup.
yeah, that somebody would have my back. Somebody would come in too at the same time and be like, yeah, I got you. Because to me, that's crazy. And mind you, again, saying that, having 3 daughters, I just imagine my daughters being in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you don't even take that. If you got a wife and everybody has a mom, having a mom, imagine somebody kicking your mom in the face while she
That's
riding
crazy.
on the bus. That's just crazy. He needs his ass whooped.
There's a place for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that she has family, and eventually that family will take care of that.
She doesn't.
That's
Supposed. I mean,
I don't know her situation though.
The story that I read today about it was she. I'm not gonna say she doesn't have family. We all have family or whatever, but she doesn't have any kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I do know that much, but I don't know about the rest of the family. But that's to me that's just crazy. They did catch the dude though.
That's good.
Which was good because he walked off, and from everything that I saw about it, everybody was like, "Get that fucker!" Every comment was like, "Get him, get him!" Everybody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then they got him. I think they got
his
him at
ass.
work, right?
I don't know where they got him at, but
He
I know.
came out with that.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even pay attention.
That white cook coat. But no, he's probably a salad
That nigga
prepper.
said,
I mean,
cook.
it doesn't matter.
Cook,
It doesn't
crack.
matter. It doesn't matter. But I just want to know if y'all know. He have a reason?
Well, this is okay. And this is,
What reason?
I mean, it really don't matter. I just gotta hear it.
okay, we're not justifying it.
Hell no.
We just saying what his reason was.
That's
He
what I
says
wanna know.
that. He says that I guess he asked her to move or something, or she asked him to move because she was laying across sleeping or something, and that she replied back to him that she had if he didn't move or something, that she was gonna cut him, that she had a knife and she was gonna cut him. So supposedly again they've talked to a lot of people who know this woman who was like, I guess used to be neighbors or whatever. Supposedly they say that she's always threatening people to cut them. But she's not mentally stable. So what she's saying. She's always telling people she has a knife. She's always telling people she's going to cut them. She calls the police all the time on the neighbors and stuff. She calls the fire department. She's not mentally right. My thing is that from what I've seen, unless that woman pulled out a knife and swung it at you and tried to cut you, and that's not what I seen on the video. There's no reason for you to be kicking that woman in the face like that. A 70-year-old woman, come on, bro.
You'd almost want her to have a knife at that time.
Yeah.
If she had
Yeah.
one.
She should have cut his ass.
That's
if
what I'm
she had.
saying. If she had an actual
Cut
knife,
that nigga.
cut that motherfucker's ankles
Yeah.
or something. Because that's all you seen was just his leg go up and that foot go down.
Yeah.
Man, that's a video you don't want to see.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Just the thought of a 7-year-old being abused by some dude is, you say 36, Eric? I think you said 36.
36, something like that.
30,
Yeah,
something
that's
like that.
crazy.
Remember the incident
bitch ass
with the
nigga.
boy
Man,
inside?
What a stupid motherfucker not to hide his face. And
No, he was proud.
everywhere.
He was proud.
Yeah, Eric
He
said
thought
proud.
he thought that he had did some shit. He, like I said, he looked at him and told him, "Put that on World Star, nigga, nigga." He said like that, nigga. He said
It'd
it
be
like
weird to be some white guy filming it.
it sounded like it was some Hispanic cats. But
Damn.
anyway, that's them niggas. But you know what else? Now that that nigga's locked up,
Mhm.
now they need to go after the motherfuckers who filmed it and whoop their ass.
And I think it wasn't for them. They wouldn't have found him.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah, you're right. Okay, whatever. They still could
I
have
mean,
stopped.
yeah, they could
could have stopped
At
it.
least
That's
one
what
guy
I'm
that's
saying.
not
There should have been
videotaping.
there should have been a part 2 to that video, and that should have been everybody in that motherfucker raising up and whooping his ass.
And everybody's staying,
Yeah, they stay
everybody's
themselves.
minding their business. They just film it.
And that's a tragedy
Get
in
you later.
itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that I'm going to intervene. That I'm going to try to get me and some other people to stop them from jumping on the 70-year-old lady.
Man,
I'm, you know.
I
I
don't
don't know. I don't know because the situation might dictate something else. But you hoping that you will.
I don't know. I that's like Eric said. That's the type of shit I don't want to see. I seen it, and then I seen him hit her twice, and I was like, I'm out. I'm bailing, cause that's some bullshit. And I ain't seen nobody intervene, and that's the actual crime.
Yeah.
So get that out the way. All that negativity. Get
Well,
that out the way. Only person allowed to be negative on this podcast is
I beat you to the punch.
I guess me. Y'all niggas bringing anything to the table? What y'all got?
Man,
do you mean?
I'm bringing everything to the table, bro.
We already have pre-show. We know what you brought to the table.
Man.
That motherfucker he had half an idea. That nigga said like this. I said, anybody got anything? He said,
I got one.
never mind. What y'all want to talk about?
This sponsor, let me throw the sponsor out here. This new show was brought to you by I'm doing everything to get this shit done right. Don't got time to look up no noobs.
Do everything, Kevin.
That's what the new show is brought to you
I
by.
came over a
Kev's
couple of hours early today
To do what he was supposed to do on Sunday.
to make sure Tony doing what he's supposed to do.
To make sure Tony do
I mean,
what he's
Kevin.
supposed to do.
Make sure Kevin doing
Yeah.
ain't what he's supposed to do,
Yeah.
but make sure he doing the shit.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna confuse everybody when you call me Kev.
Y'all might if y'all listen to it,
Y'all should know us by
y'all
now.
should know,
Voices,
'cause I be
you-
fucking up Kevin Tony all the time. I don't
That
know
shit is
who's
just-
who.
Lord have
just
mercy.
normal.
Lord have mercy.
Last week we was. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
I said now. Last week we was chopping it up about the scandal, right? And this week you see Dre on TV. Oh, that's not TV, huh? That's he
It
just
was on TMZ. I saw it on
Oh, he's
TMZ.
posted.
I saw it
on
on TMZ.
TMZ on the little video.
You're talking
I see
about
him all
the scandal was
Yeah.
the college scandal
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. What do you think about that? You think that Dre is just as guilty as them?
Nah.
That's you know what? Okay, go ahead. Tony.
Okay. Well, okay. So he's getting some backlash.
Okay.
That's the new thing.
Yeah.
You can't post a congratulations. It's like you can't do anything anymore because I mean everybody knows Dre.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's posting his daughter going to being accepted to was it USC?
USC.
And maybe she got there on her own merit.
Maybe.
Maybe the money that he donated for a program.
Well, yeah, you got
I
Jimmy
mean-
Iovine and him with the Jimmy Levine, right? And Andre Young Academy for Arts.
for
That's
music,
their-
right? It's like a music program,
that's them.
right?
That's their whole thing. 70 million. They donated that about 6 years ago to start that whole little academy of arts.
Right. It just so happened his daughter's going to USC.
Right, because she's saying Papa wanted her to go there. She's saying Dad said, "I want
Why
you
don't
to
you
go
want your
there."
kid to go somewhere close? That's what I don't get. I don't get the backlash because
And
he
it's
says
and it's a good school.
It's a good
and it's a
school.
good school and it's close.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the same time, it's like, what's with the backlash? I don't see why he just can't be proud of his daughter. Yeah, it's a coincidence.
Well, I guess my question
It's
would
a
be,
big coincidence.
I haven't read this far into it to know. My question is, he said she got in on her own merit. So I'm wondering, did she study, get her grades, got in, accepted because she was, she met all the criteria, and then he still has to pay her tuition. So what's the difference? That make a difference if he's still paying her tuition and she got in because she had the right proper grades.
They're not.
Right?
It just makes it look funny.
Yeah, that's what, and I think that's what the story was. The story wasn't so much that, the story wasn't so much they weren't arguing whether she got in on her own merit or not. We're taking, we're we're taking for granted. I mean, not granted. We're thinking that that's what happened.
Uh-huh.
That she did what she was supposed to do. She had the grades that she needed to have, or SAT score that she needed to have to get in, and she was accepted.
Mm-hmm.
As far as all that part is taken care of. What they're saying, from what I've seen, and this is from TMZ, what they're saying is it's just a bad look. So it's not saying that anything was done wrong. It's just saying that I guess she had posted up earlier that she didn't want to go to USC and her dad's making her go, which is the same thing that happened with the girl. You got to help me out with the girl that's from the Scandal's all about.
Felicity Huff and
Whatever, one of them.
and
Their daughter
Lori
did the
Loughlin.
same thing. The daughter didn't posted a thing saying that she didn't want to go, and her parents are making her go, and she doesn't go to class and all that stuff. Remember, she posted all that stuff online, and they're saying Dre's daughter basically has done the same thing. She posted things saying that she doesn't want to go. She posted it, and her dad's making her go. So is kind of like related. They can see where that is related. Then on top of that, the other girl that the scandal's about, the parents paid an amount to get them in, or paid somebody to falsify some stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So in return, if you want to compare the two, Dr. Dre gave $70-something million to the school for a program. So they're not saying that anything foul was done. They're just saying that it all is not a good look. And then for where the mess up is Dre's messed up. Dre should have never posted that, and this is where Tony says that why can't he be proud? At this time, he probably should have never posted my daughter, because what he posted was my daughter got accepted into whatever's going to USC.
Right.
Hashtag no jail time.
Yeah. Right.
See,
that was
that's where
too
he
far.
fucked up at.
Yeah, that's too far.
Because when you put yourself out there for criticism like that, people will dig into your shit.
Yeah, and they
so,
say they took it down. He took it down.
Yeah, and then he takes it down, which makes you feel, makes it even look more guilty. But what I'm saying is, he could easily just posted a picture saying, my daughter's going to USC, and leave it at that. There's no need to put jail time. There's no need to put all that shit, because now they're going to look into your thing, and probably he's doing nothing wrong, because why would he put hashtag jail time if he was a guilty person? But it's just not a good look.
Well, the funny part about that is
funny.
Well, he can be funny, but the funny part about
that's
that
not
is
funny though.
If it was you or me,
sure,
and we were famous and rich.
Hang on, Kev.
Go ahead,
Kev. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say what's funny about it.
He's letting motherfuckers know that she got there in her own merit.
Okay, that's funny.
Considering these motherfuckers getting locked up.
We already said
or
we
fined or
already
some
said
shit.
we already said that you can post and say my daughter is going to USC. That's right there says that she got there on her own merit. When you put hashtag jail time, what's funny about that? What you're doing is,
I mean, he can say whatever the
you exactly.
you want to say.
Go ahead, Tony.
But
Say it. Say it, Tony. Say
He's
it.
being sarcastic.
Okay, when you're sarcastic, just like I was saying, we was at work the other day about motherfuckers who say certain things.
Right.
If you say certain things with certain energy, then don't get mad when that same energy comes back at you. So when you put yourself out there by playing hashtag jail time, all of a sudden people dig into your shit. You know, are we laughing at jail time now? This is a nigga who beat up a woman and shit. He should have been in jail.
Ooh.
Damn,
This is you see what I'm saying? When you put yourself out there for stuff,
That was a long time ago, though.
it don't
he
matter.
took it back. He
yeah.
took it way
All
back.
I'm saying is when you put yourself out there
Yeah.
for shit, when you start criticizing, cracking jokes on a motherfucker, don't get mad when the jokes come back on you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he put that out there, the Publix was like, whoa, wait a minute, motherfucker.
You did contribute $70
So
million
you ain't
to
you
a
ain't.
program.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I contribute $70 million, my kid going to that school.
That's why we probably. I mean, truthfully, that's how
I
we
said
all
that
feel.
last week. I said, shit, if you got a wing
Yeah.
with my name on it or
Yeah.
a teacher's lounge with my name on it,
My
you damn right my
kid's
child's going there.
Yeah,
My kid's going
personally, that's how we all feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, but the way it looks to motherfuckers, people be like, people might be like, oh, this motherfucker paid for his way in. But you know what? If you want my 70 mil, my child, nigga, you taking my kids.
70 mil. 70 mil.
My
said
child,
my
nigga, you
kids.
taking all of them.
All them
And they
motherfuckers.
cousins. 70 million, my whole family going to fucking
That's
whatever school that is.
a couple of families able to
Shit.
have their kids go through 4 years paid for. That's a couple.
The bottom line is, if, and we don't know, because I don't know. I say I don't know. Y'all might know. If she had the grades to get into SC,
No,
and they
you
accepted
know
her,
what? We shouldn't do that.
That's good.
I'm not
That's
saying
good.
if.
We shouldn't do
'Cause
that.
she
She
should
did.
be coming.
We're gonna say she
had the
did.
grades to get into SC.
Because
shit, she coming.
unless
That's
it's
it.
out there that she, they've said that she didn't.
Yeah.
She did. We're gonna give her that.
Well,
she
what
did.
we know, she
We're
didn't
not
get a
gonna take
fake
away from
scholarship,
it.
and nobody took the
Yeah.
test for her.
Yeah.
That's what.
Why
we
would
do know.
I mean? Why would you want to take that type of shit away from a child?
Yeah,
they got accepted to a good school,
Yeah.
and not to mention her dad contributed to shit,
Hell yeah.
an educational, place. He likes USC. Place.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. Facility.
And about you bringing up him slapping.
Who, D Barnes?
No, I'm just
I don't
saying,
want to
nigga.
bring that up, man.
I'm just saying. nigga.
I didn't use no names, man. I just
No.
said
Well,
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I ain't bringing that
That wasn't right.
what do you
That
mean you
wasn't
don't want
right.
to bring it up?
Nah,
Why
I don't
not?
wanna bring that shit.
That's not right.
The nigga did it. I mean,
He
like,
did it,
Okay.
and he admitted it. Do you see
Yeah.
the HBO special?
And he
It
apologized.
wasn't
to
HBO. It was
everybody.
BET. It was BET on.
it was HBO.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the BET with what's her name with Michelle
Michelle.
Michelle?
Leia, and they mentioned it in there.
Yeah. Nah,
Nah,
but he
he
came out
brought
and
it up.
apologized for all the stuff he did and everything. So.
Whatever, nigga. Ain't probably gonna apologize.
He paid
later,
for that
nigga.
shit.
Nigga
Paid for it.
Oh
slapped
yeah,
them
you
bitch.
can't go back. No second
Yeah,
chance.
once you
yeah.
slap a girl,
That's it.
you
Can't be
slapped her.
undone.
You can't
Yeah.
suck that. Can't suck
Can't be
that back.
undone.
Yeah,
That's
once
I
it.
wish you could.
Hell yeah.
Nah.
A lot of shit in life I wish I could take back.
I slap, pop, pull it back like a
The Matrix
Yeah,
around
yeah,
this
if you
motherfucker.
could could like bring it back and nobody would know,
All right.
shit, I'd be just walking around slapping with this.
We getting into
Oh
some,
shit.
some
There's a
violence.
whole,
That
there's a
motherfucker
whole
is
bunch of
walking up
motherfuckers
there
I
just
want to slap.
slapping the shit out of motherfuckers. You
Yeah,
know, pulling it back.
no,
But we hear it that Don't Be Stupid podcast. We speak the truth.
Yeah.
Now, everybody might
Yeah.
feel like they want to slap a motherfucker,
Yeah, yeah.
but just don't do it.
We just slap them.
Don't do it.
You
Slap
could,
the
you
shit
could,
out of 'em.
you could slap them if you could
You
suck
could.
it back up.
But there's
Shit.
repercussions.
Just slap, just swap. Then
But
just,
there's
then you just
repercussions.
bring it back.
Like,
As long as I can rewind that motherfucker before the
Didn't
police
happen.
get there, I'm
It didn't
slapping the
happen.
shit out of motherfuckers.
Oh fuck, man. Tell me this. 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 If you could slap a motherfucker, you know what? Never mind.
Nah,
'Cause
you don't
you
say
know
it.
what?
You don't
'Cause
say
Violence, man.
yeah, I'm not even gonna bring it up. Let's leave that alone.
We too old for
it.
violence.
You don't said it.
Who
You
too old
must-
for man? If I could get away with it,
Dude, you
If
are
you could
not
slap-
Adam Sandler with the remote. And,
that's what
and you
Zach.
rewind
That's
it.
That's a perfect.
can't do that
So
shit.
if you could, if you
yeah.
could slap motherfuckers and then rewind it where they would never know they were slapped, but in that moment you just slap the taste, you slap the taste out of their mouth.
Yeah, because on that movie,
You
he
wouldn't do it.
farted on that dude's
You
face.
wouldn't do it.
Hell yeah.
You crazy.
Hell
dog.
yeah, I would.
My
And I don't
wife-
know if I want them to
I'm
not
thinking.
know they've been slapped.
thinking.
I want them to feel
No,
the
no,
shit
no, no.
still.
I want to. You know what?
And just like,
Some
what the fuck
people, some
happened?
people, you might want them to feel it.
No, he still. David Hasselhoff still felt it. He just didn't know what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
want-
but you
want
can't
motherfucker
slap
to
your,
know.
you can't slap your wife
Oh,
and
hell
then
no.
Oh,
then
yeah.
she still feel it. I need for that all that to be erased.
Cause she
You
gotta
need that
sleep.
all
You gotta
that
sleep
energy
next to
off.
her
I need
ass.
all that
no,
erased.
But it's not even worth it then.
But no, because I'm
Hell
gonna feel
no.
good because I just slapped the shit out of her. She said some shit I didn't like, and I was fuck.
see,
This
Hey.
nigga,
see.
this spot. Nigga,
Nah.
I'm getting happy
Nah.
thinking, and then
Oh,
and then
hell
erase
no.
it, and she
Then
looking
you-
at
then
you
rewind
like,
it.
what are you smiling about? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nothing.
no.
Boy, you better change that battery on that remote.
No.
Because that
Hell
motherfucker.
I know that
started-
motherfucker don't work. You gonna get your
Oh,
ass
shit.
whooped. 2 seconds later. Nigga.
Oh,
Hey,
this
so
shit.
so I was listening to. I don't know what I was. I probably was on my phone,
Yeah.
and I know there was some more people talking about it, but there was a Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A was we all know that what are they? The founders are they Latter-day Saints?
Latter-day
something?
Saints or
something.
7-day Adventist?
Seven
I
day,
don't know.
7 day Adventist.
Yeah,
I
we
think
don't
is
Something
what
like
it
that.
is.
They one or the
That's why they
other.
closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
You don't check shit.
And
on
so-
Don't Be Stupid podcast.
So
Don't check
That's fucked up. Tom.
you know, it doesn't matter anyway. That's
It
not.
don't matter. They
that's-
close on
we
that's,
Sundays.
That's not
Close
an
on
important
Sundays.
part.
They
of the
close
story.
on Sundays.
They get no chicken.
First of all, who would ever heard of chicken not on Sunday? Who the fuck? That's
Them.
Sunday is for chicken.
I
Day of
know.
relaxation.
Everybody, you know,
know.
as a young black boy, Sundays we used to go to church, and then after church we would have fried chicken
You stupid.
every Sunday.
Yeah, but hey,
every Sunday.
but you know how they are down south where they got them dry counties. They don't serve.
They serve
buy
chicken,
shit.
nigga.
Chicken, but they won't serve beer.
Yeah, well, we didn't drink no beer, nigga. Nobody drinking beer after church.
That motherfucker.
Who?
said,
See.
You know
Anyway.
these are sinners in this motherfucker.
Anyway,
let's go back to-
so anyway, getting back to the story. Getting back to the story. This nigga Tony drinking liquor after church. He
Shit.
ain't learned nothing in Sunday school.
That motherfucker repenting later. You full of shit.
So
That motherfucker sick as shit.
so anyway, so in the news, it's been, you know, it's not new news. Everybody knows that. Well, not everybody, but most people know that because their religious beliefs or whatever, they're also against gay rights, gay equalization. I guess how you put equal rights for gay people,
Okay.
and they've contributed money to to efforts against, you know, gay programs, gay what the fucking word I'm looking for?
I don't
Whatever,
know.
gay-
Activists, shit. I know people
but
who,
you know,
who
the
are against
programs that are trying to
anti-gay.
move, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know.
They're
So-
against
Against the-
homosexuals.
They're anti-gay.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
the lesbian gay
So,
community. Yeah.
we you know, that's not
LGBT.
the reason why I brought that up. The reason why I brought that up is to say that at what point, because there's some people now that's saying that they don't want to fuck with Chick-fil-A anymore. Like they're not eating Chick-fil-A. Me personally, Chick-fil-A is good.
Mhm.
I don't fuck with it like I hear a lot of people do. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I had one last week, and I had the spicy sandwich.
It was good.
But it was spicier than it used. I think they made it start making it hotter, bro. That shit was hot. It actually made me go.
But it was good.
Oh, it was
Wait a minute,
good.
was it like hot like the chicken we had, or was it just hot?
No, it wasn't stupid hot, but it
Okay.
was
Unexpectedly
It was hot.
hot.
Yeah.
It was hot. It was hot because you know how it was. It used to be white folks hot,
Okay.
and now it's ventured off into another kind of hot because it made me suck air. But
Okay. I got to pause on that for a second. Let me ask you a question.
Mm.
What's white folks hot?
you know, white folks hot is with pepper.
Pepper.
They put black pepper on something. They like.
Like, oh shit.
We're spicy. Tom, this
I
is the
just had to
spiciest.
know, bro. I
This
just
is the
had to know.
spiciest fettuccine you ever made.
Tabasco.
Man, you know they ain't fucking with Tabasco. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, they fucking off.
White folks ain't
Tabasco.
fucking with Tabasco.
And
Nothing
damn
against my
sure ain't
wife.
gonna have none in
Nothing
their
against my
purse.
my white friends. You know, Pete.
Ain't gonna have none of
Shout
that
out
purse
to y'all.
or shit like that. That shit ain't
But
gonna
it was a little bit spicier than usual. But anyway, getting back to the thing is that
okay.
put that on something that we fuck with, that we fuck with heavy.
Right.
Okay.
What would it take? At what what would you be so offended by that you would stop fucking with? Say, I'm trying to think something that we fuck with heavy. For Kev, I'm gonna ask Kev first.
Okay.
So with Kev, what would it take for you to start fucking with Nike? Because I know you fuck heavy with Nike, and I just can't see you giving it up.
it would have to be some racial shit, no doubt about it.
If Nike
know-
didn't like gay people, would you quit fucking with them?
I just don't see that from Nike, man. But I'm
No,
pretty
wait,
sure.
that's not what.
Here's my thing. I'm pretty sure I would because what I'm
But you're
starting to realize.
homophobic.
I'm not homophobic. I knew it was a setup. See, I knew this shit was,
He was
a setup.
waiting. I was waiting
knew
for
he
him.
was too.
I was waiting for him.
I don't-
We
I
can
don't-
go to episode 3
Whatever.
or 4.
No,
whatever.
and you ain't gonna hear me never say nothing bad. No, why I'm saying that is because I realize that all of it's just a gateway into something else. If you don't like one thing, like if you don't like black people, all right, then all right, well they accepted me not liking black people. Let me go ahead and push this a little bit further. I don't like Mexicans. Okay, they accept me at that. I don't
He
like
said
gay
Mexicans. Ain't no
Yes.
X. Ain't no
Latinos.
X. He put S in there.
Mes-
It's Mexicans. He don't like
from the
Mexicans.
Bay, baby. I'm from the Bay, so sometimes it come out a little funny.
That's messed up.
But
babe.
I'm just saying, I see that as that. So if Nike did start some shit like that, was saying, you know, oh yeah, we just using them niggas, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm done. I'd be selling all my shit, no doubt about it. I just couldn't see myself running like
So
that.
it has to be like on a race kind of thing.
I would probably react faster on a racial tip, but if I found that they did not deal with homosexuals or gays or people,
So,
with that, I
Well,
would
they would have to be
I'd probably think it's a
blatant
gateway.
with that shit.
I would have to, I would have
Okay,
to think they're
okay,
blatant. I would
okay.
think, nah, that's just
So-
they like that anyway.
With-
It's usually one's like the other.
So with that being said,
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not fucking with Chick-fil-A no more.
I don't eat Chick-fil-A.
I know.
I don't. So I don't fuck with Chick-fil-A in the first place. So it wouldn't be no stretch for me.
So I mean, but now you know.
Now I know.
You ain't fucking with them no more.
So I don't go to Chick-fil-A.
So
I just
what I'm
ain't
saying,
going
what I'm
now,
saying
for
is,
sure.
so you're not going ever again.
I don't think I really go to Chick-fil-A. So I would have to know the
Okay,
taste.
that's
to
not
miss
the
it.
question. From here on out, you'll never go there again.
What I'm saying is, you told me I need to read it myself, and once I read it myself,
No,
I probably
it's
won't fuck with it
it is a fact. We all
now.
know that
Yeah,
they
I
don't.
know that.
Oh, I mean, you've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been out there forever.
Oh, I never knew that. And maybe because I have no concern for Chick-fil-A, so I
See,
never.
I'm
pay
gonna be
attention
real
to
with you. And Kev, Kev might not fuck with Chick-fil-A for a whole nother reason. But the reason why I don't fuck with Chick-fil-A is because the Chick-fil-A by our house is on the wrong side of the street.
That makes
Oh,
it.
yeah,
that's a
pain
good
in the
reason.
ass.
It's
That's
on the-
pain
It's
in
because
the
you have to
ass.
go
And
over the
for
overpass to turn
people
around or
who-
turn.
yeah, for people
that's
who-
it, that's-
Understand what I'm saying when there's like a restaurant or a gas station, when it's on the other side. So in order for you to get to it, it's always you have to be coming from the other direction, the direction you're never coming from.
Right.
If that mug was on the other side, say it was where like Bear Creek, that Bear Diner or whatever the fuck
yeah,
that shit
right
is.
there. You just
If
go
it was
right
right
to that
there,
motherfucker.
I probably would hit it more.
Right.
I'd be like, bam, bam. But because it's on that other side and it's only one way to get in that thing and one way to get out, kind of like,
Mhm.
it's like, it's always an inconvenience to go there, so I never go.
Okay.
And so my Chick-fil-A, the kids like going, so we'll go here and there. But if I had to give it up, I would give it up.
Right. But on the same token, let me say these two things. One, I have eaten Chick-fil-A before, so I'm not saying I've never eaten Chick-fil-A.
I know you've eaten it
Yeah.
before.
Right. And two is. So
I'm willing to say we
now that you
probably ate it together.
now that you know, are you giving it up?
No.
That's
Well,
crazy.
but I
really-
wasn't.
don't
I
have
wasn't
no
asked the
preference
question.
for
But I wasn't asked the question. Yet.
I'm asking you now. Are you giving it up?
Would I give up? But the question ain't, am I giving up Chick-fil-A? Would I
No,
give up?
for
What?
cause.
First of all, what would it take for me to give up certain things?
Yeah, that's true. I'll ask
Also-
you that question in a second, but I want to ask that first question.
Am I going to give up Chick-fil-A?
Now that you know, because you just told me
And I already told you no.
no. Okay, so what would cause you to give up a Chick-fil-A?
The reason why I say no is because I've known forever. Because
Yeah,
it's like
I've
I
never
say, this story's been out there forever, and I mean during the elections, you hear it all during the elections. Who Chick-fil-A gets behind in the elections and stuff.
Wait a minute. You can make it. I could be done right the fuck now if you tell me one thing.
Well, I'm not for sure. I don't want to go into it, but Tony, you know what I'm talking about, right? During the election time, Chick-fil-A makes it known because they're very religious.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they're very conservative
Mhm.
about their stuff. So they get behind. They put their money behind certain individuals, and it's that right side that I don't fuck with. But what I'm saying is, I've known that you know, and I'm still eating there. I've always, and like I said, I don't eat there a lot, but
Yeah.
when they say Chick-fil-A, I'm like, all right, let's go. So the second part of that question, what would it take?
Yeah, what would it take?
You know, it's funny because when we grew up,
Mhm.
and I know Tone can contest to this, we've always heard rumors, right? We've always heard rumors like, don't wear Troop. It's owned by the Ku Klux Klan.
Ooh,
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
we hear
true.
that?
Yeah.
Don't wear it. You know, it's always certain things, and people still would still do it.
Yeah, Tommy Hilfiger, remember that?
Yeah,
shit?
there's a
Ooh.
bunch of them. So I would say, I was going to, because we not say that, because I was going to say,
Mhm.
if I found out that, you know, it was owned by the Ku Klux Klan, I'd be like, no, fuck Chick-fil-A. But I guess it would take, like Tony said earlier, it had to be something blatantly just
Yeah.
Right.
kicking, like, you know, the Chick-fil-A, that cow that goes around, the
Yeah.
commercial, he'd have to be like, fuck niggas.
Damn.
And I'd be like, you know what? I don't think I want no more Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, remember Timberland?
Yeah.
They were saying that we made our clothes for like white folks. That we don't want.
Who
you.
said that? That was
Timber?
Tommy Hilfiger.
Tommy
that said that.
Hilfiger.
No,
That was
it can't be
Tommy-
no Tommy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Tommy.
Hilfiger.
How is that?
Later on, he came out with the
Tommy
clothes.
Hilfiger was the one who's no.
Grand Poobah.
That's Tommy
They gave-
Hilfiger.
Yeah, later.
So why did they give Grand Poobah the
Bullshit.
Because
clothes?
that's
We
when it
about to
all
get
went
in.
down.
It's home, people.
Because Timberland did the same thing.
Grand Poobah was the one who was one of the
Was sporting the
activists.
shit out
But he
of
was one of the activists in saying that when
Yeah.
he said that,
Yeah.
he was the one that everybody was like, Grand Poobah, where's your shit? He's a so-and-so.
Right.
Tommy Hilfiger is the one who said he doesn't make his clothes for black people.
Shit,
Yeah.
that motherfuckers changed his stripes real quick.
Well, they all changed when hip hop got bigger and bigger. They all
Yeah,
changed,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger was a person.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that? Speaking of Timberland, because you a big Timberland fan,
Do, do, do.
did you know that Timberland is? Oh man,
He's what?
they're owned by. Did I tell you already?
No.
Timberland has just a bunch of. I'm trying to think what the other
Wait a
brand
minute,
names.
You got me confused now. Are we talking about Timberland? Or
Timberland, the company,
Timberland.
boots.
The boots. Okay.
Talking about the
Oh,
producer?
No,
that
because
nigga ain't owned by
Timberland,
nobody.
look, Timberland is the boot company. Timba is the producer. Y'all said Timberland. I'm like, the producer?
No.
Timberland, nigga.
Timberland.
Okay,
Boots.
I will make sure. It just-
Wardrobe.
y'all got too much
Clothes.
blood in it. You got
You
too
know
much
what?
country in it.
Damn, I can't even.
It's
I can't.
timber.
I was gonna bring it
I'm
up.
from the East Coast. My ERs are A's.
Yeah, I'm
can't
like,
remember.
damn, dog. You know, I'm Cali, so I'm here, y'all. I'm like,
I
But-
can't even remember now. It's damn,
But
who
you know
was
what?
it?
They would have to have this going back to Chick-fil-A. They would have to have my drive-through say we have the right to we reserve the right to not serve gays. They need to put that out.
Ooh, that's some shit right
They're
there.
not gonna do that.
Nah,
They're
nah.
still a business.
Yeah. That'd be
Right.
fucked up.
They're not gonna do it. They could feel whatever they feel.
I don't
like.
know, bro. They're close
Yeah,
to that.
Yeah.
Then
They better cut that shit.
yeah,
the
but
fuck
they're
out.
not gonna do it.
They're close to that.
They're not gonna do it. That's the only way I would not. If they blatantly say that right there on a sign and drive-through underneath the number 2 meal,
Uh-huh.
or it's at their door. I'm just mad the motherfuckers ain't open on Sunday. That's the only reason I'm mad.
It's probably another reason I don't fuck with them.
Well, I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
But you don't even eat there.
I was gonna say I go right past that mother like Eric. I just go
Oh,
right
yeah.
past it. And I'm about
On
to
s-
U-turn,
I'm mad
come
as
back,
fuck.
do nothing.
on
none of that.
Sundays though, I'm looking for a real meal. I'm not trying to get no sandwich. So,
Yeah.
So I'm not even. I'm not even looking for.
I don't know that. Sometimes I feel like a chicken sandwich, and I feel like getting that chicken sandwich is the bomb. I ain't gonna lie.
On a Sunday, I'm trying to get real food.
Fuck
Man.
Fuck it. Don't even worry about it. Push on.
So what the fuck?
Anyway, so did Tony? Did you answer that too already?
I just
You
answered
just
it.
answered it.
Okay, so,
No, you know what? This is my answer. I'm still going there.
so
Y'all
that's
some
why he
hungry
didn't answer.
chicken ass eating motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna still go.
Yeah.
I'ma
It
still
must
go.
be something there I just missing out on that I just ain't tried.
I'm gonna go.
It's not. I don't think it's that good.
It's not that good.
It's-
It's,
it's-
whenever I feel like it. I'm not there every day.
Okay.
I'm at the Carl's Juniors.
Okay. I see.
You put Timberland. You put whatchamacallit above Carl Jr.'s?
Oh, shit, yeah. Fuck yeah. But I mean, come on.
Don't say fuck yeah.
One pickle? What the fuck is going on?
Don't
they
put
do
more
one
than one pickle on there, nigga.
That's not enough.
Yeah.
I need more pickles.
Well,
Y'all fucking up.
fuck it.
And don't charge me for more. That's all I'm saying. What you doing over there?
No, I was trying to figure out because it kind of I can't look it up right now. I was trying to figure out who owns. You like people are amazed when you see. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows it, but a lot of people are amazed when they look at Nike owns Hurley, Nike owns Converse. It's kind of like Timberland is the same thing. They own it was a bunch of brand. Oh, Dickies.
Who owns Dickies?
Timberland and Dickies are all this. They're the same company. And it was another one that's thrown in there too. But it was like kind of hit me like, damn, they own that. So
Dickies
anyway,
was big back when I was kids, but I don't remember no shit being.
shit, I still wear Dickies. I
Yeah.
mean, I wear them to
That's
work,
work
and
shit.
shit.
Yeah, work shit related shit. Yeah.
Well, you're a company. You got to cover all the bases,
Right,
man.
Yeah. I guess so.
Competition.
That's so.
Nigga, Dickies and I guess you're right. Because Timberland is workwear. You're right.
And workwear,
But I
activewear.
mean, I'm sure they were separate companies at one time,
Mhm.
and then they merged or whatever. Who else merged? All right, we got other company. Y'all said something about another. There was a company that merged. It was Fox and
I don't fucking
Fox
know.
and because they put everything on in one thing. Marvel. Oh, Disney.
That's,
Oh,
that's
Disney-
monopoly shit right
Disney
there.
bought Marvel.
Yeah, that's
That's monopoly
crazy.
shit
That's
right there.
crazy. That's crazy shit. But you were talking about Apple or something like that earlier. Apple did what they do? Get streaming. They did.
Oh, Apple. Yeah, Apple. They Tones was the ones talking about how they came out with their live service finally to stream, right?
So
Apple
is that going to
TV?
be like Netflix?
So it's Netflix,
Oh, it's
Hulu,
competition.
all of it. All of it.
It's
So I'm
competition.
saying,
Competition.
okay. But what are you saying? So if whatever it is, that's what I need you to explain to me. What am I subscribing to if I'm on this?
Okay,
what am
so
I
if you
getting?
have Apple TV already, I'm pretty sure you can get it other than going to Apple TV. But right now, you can stream Amazon Prime, Hulu, right?
Hulu, Prime,
Netflix.
and Netflix.
What else? You
So
can stream?
that's what I'm saying.
So it's
So
gonna be a service like
are
that.
you saying that Apple streaming is going to be like
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Netflix?
that. Yeah, they're gonna stream.
They're going to
Gonna
have
be like
they're going to have
Netflix.
all the movies.
all the channels, all the stuff like that for you to stream.
Competition,
See,
baby.
now just hang on a minute, because that's what I want to find out. Is it more like a Hulu
More like a Hulu.
or? So what was the second part of the question? Since you said it more like a Hulu.
You asked me if they're gonna be a streaming service, and I don't know what part of you don't get what a streaming service is.
Okay, but
Motherfucker, it's a streaming service.
so
He about to let my ass have it.
what I'm saying is there's different streaming services. First of all, I mean, I'm not even gonna let you have it. For instance, Netflix is way different than like say Hulu or those, because Netflix concentrates on just movies and everything that's going on with the movies and stuff like that. What they get, and they have their own content.
Okay.
Where Hulu, you get some TV shit, you get their own. They've started doing their own little content now, and they pick up some movies, not everything. Same way with Amazon Prime and stuff. They're picking up some movies, where it seems like Netflix picks up some movies, but they concentrate more on movies. Where Amazon Prime is you're getting TV, you're able to purchase movies, you're able to do other things. So, what am I getting with Amazon? Am I getting
Apple.
Yeah, Apple.
I'm sorry, with Apple? Am I getting a Netflix type service where all of a sudden they're doing deals with movie companies, and they're getting certain things, or am I dealing with something like what we watch TV on, what you know, because you've canceled all your
Yeah.
fucking cable
From
and
my
stuff.
understanding, Apple is getting into the streaming business. Who knows where they're going to take it?
That's
Right
what I'm
now-
asking though.
Right
so,
now,
so
they
so
already
from
allow
from
you
this
to get
point on,
movies.
so from this point on, when I ask a question, first things let me
Here we
finish
go.
the goddamn question,
go.
Here we
once I
go.
and then once I finish the goddamn question, then you can answer it, and you can give an answer that's has something to do that's in the ballpark with what I just said. Because your answer, if you ask him a question, it's always like, so if you compare Spider-Man to, before you even get the fucking who I'm comparing him to, he's like, Spider-Man's better. Like, who the fuck? I was about to say Martin Luther King. Who's better? Shut up.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. When you want him to say something, he don't say shit.
Okay.
He don't say nothing.
I think Apple
Man, fuck
TV
you.
Oh,
Fuck
here
you.
this nigga.
is gonna deal with all around. Is the competitor. So that means they might have a TV service, and if it's Apple, they got the bread to make movies.
So here's my. Oh, so
See,
you saying they're gonna start making their own
he don't
movies?
get
so they're competing with Hulu.
Hang on.
Hulu.
Hang on. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Kevin wants to say something.
No, I said you
No,
don't
you
get
but-
it.
I don't get what.
They are getting into the streaming business. When Apple gets into some shit, they take it over, dog. That's as simple as that.
Once again, I'm gonna try to explain to you where I was coming
Oh,
from.
shit. Here
When
we go.
Apple gets into shit, don't say that they get into it and they get into it, because Apple gets into it, and a lot of times what Apple does is just for Apple people. So it's not for everybody. Streaming, when you say you're getting into streaming, Netflix is in it for everybody. Whatchamacallit, Hulu is in it for everybody. Apple does shit for Apple users. Their whole software.
No,
Be quiet.
they
Are you
don't.
crazy? I can't even do shit. Half of the shit. If we get our phone up with me and Tony have we have a Android.
Right.
Half of the shit that we do that has Apple
Mhm.
don't even work or halfway works on our shit, because they do shit on purpose. Will an Apple Watch work with this motherfucker?
No, will a Samsung Watch
Exact-
work with that motherfucker? No.
That's what I'm saying.
So don't
But-
say that.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you compare it to streaming,
Mhm.
does Netflix work on that motherfucker? Answer my question.
Yes.
Okay, does Netflix work on this motherfucker?
Yes.
Does Netflix work on this motherfucker?
Yes.
So motherfucking Netflix works on every goddamn thing.
And you watch
Apple
my
doesn't
word,
work on-
Apple is going to work on your shit. Watch my word when it comes to Apple streaming. It is going to work on your shit.
Kev.
Because it's going to be internet-based service, and it's going to work on your shit just like this other shit works on there.
So Kev, that's what I was saying that's what I was asking in the first place.
Okay.
Is it gonna be like that, or is it gonna be like what Apple has done in the past? That's what the question was.
Okay.
Before I could get the question out, you answered the shit and said streaming, they're doing streaming. Then you turned and said, well, I don't exactly know what they're doing with the streaming. You can't tell me exactly what
I
they're
told you
doing.
there. I haven't followed all the details of what Apple was launching. I know that they're getting into the streaming business, and what streaming basically means is to have the shit go over internet.
Okay.
That's
They're
it.
getting in the streaming business. They're basically they're already in the streaming business. So what you're saying, well, you're talking extreme music.
Yeah, they do.
So
You're right.
they've been in the streaming business forever. What I'm saying is, all I was asking was, is there streaming? What is the streaming actually going to consist of? Am I going to get a Netflix type of thing, or am I going to get something above and beyond all that, or am I going to get some shit like Apple TV, for example?
Yeah.
Example. I'm sorry. For example, that works differently than, like, say when we use the Amazon, the Amazon Fire Stick and shit like that. It's not done. They do their shit purposely a different way.
Yeah,
So
I can
so
agree on
Apple
some of
so
that,
Apple
yeah.
users use it,
Mhm.
and everybody else is out the circle. And the way to get in is to join the Apple community.
Let me ask you this. I mean, I have a.
Are they finally, okay, before you answer that, I'm saying,
Go ahead.
are they finally crossing over where we're trying to get everybody? Instead of, because up until this point, Apple has always been, and because they have such a solid product.
Mhm.
They've always been doing their thing on their side, making it great,
Mhm.
and then making it where everybody wants to. If you want to fuck with Apple, now you're coming over to this side. But once you come over to that side,
Mhm.
we're separate from everybody else. Where other streaming properties aren't like that.
I have to believe that Apple is trying to cross mediums. I have to believe they're trying to
What
cross
makes you think
platforms.
that though?
Well, because one, I have a PC and I'm able to have iTunes on my PC. It's amazing to me that
But
you
it's-
can't iTunes on your Android because I
we
thought you
can.
can.
No, we can.
So
But it's just not. It just doesn't run as smooth as
Oh, okay.
we've always had iTunes on
Okay.
our PC.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. So that right there tells me that you should be able to get everything that Apple was using.
But it doesn't
streaming
work. But it doesn't work like
as well. It's easy.
things aren't. It's not set up compatible like with
Right.
certain things. You just can't. It doesn't work as smooth.
Maybe not instantaneous, or you could the downloads might not happen as seamlessly. I don't know what you want to say, but I can understand what you're saying. But Apple has already crossed over into delivering to every PC with iTunes and things like that. And Apple TV itself doesn't require anything. You don't have to have fixed on a Mac operating system. You could just go ahead and plug your Apple TV into the HDMI. You off and
Okay,
running.
but the difference is
right?
with Apple TV, and these now we get into the ghetto, the
Well,
hood cats,
okay.
the hood and us. Is the difference is with Apple TV when you're breaking it, jailbreaking it,
Oh shit. All right, go ahead.
jailbreak an Amazon Fire Stick or Fire TV,
Mhm.
and then jailbreak an Apple TV,
Mhm.
and you tell me which one's way more complicated and which one's not. In order to do an Apple, you got to hook it up to a Apple computer. You got to be able to do. You got to be able to do all that, or hook it up to a computer. Period,
Yeah.
and be able to do all that stuff. When you're doing a Fire Stick, all you got to do is YouTube this cat to tell you, and you just boom,
That-
couple of buttons.
I'm
I'm
sure
staying
somebody's
the
gonna
fuck
come
out
out
of it.
here with an Apple jailbreaking
So,
Apple TV.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about all that, dog.
What are you talking about?
Somebody will have it on YouTube.
What are you talking about?
Jailbreaking Apple.
It's
Yeah.
on there, but it's just way more. It's just way more to it
Yeah.
than jailbreaking.
Right.
I got both. I got the Apple TV. I ain't saying they jailbroke for anybody listening.
Nah, we don't know nothing about that.
And I have Amazon, the Fire Sticks in the box. And
Right.
if I was updating those, or if I was going to jailbreak those are way easier to do than jailbreaking the Apple, because they
Right.
make it like that on purpose, so you can't fuck with their shit.
I don't know nothing about that.
Well, you know, you know.
The
So,
fuck?
I don't know nothing about that shit.
Didn't I get
No.
my first Apple box from you?
Shit, not me. Not me.
I don't know, bruh.
Not me. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Because a nigga look just like you though.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if it's gonna make all the rest of the streaming services go a little cheaper
Yeah, I'm
to
hoping.
compete with
I'm
Apple.
hoping that's what happens.
But at the same time, though,
But Eric is right about
like I
something.
said, Apple
Wait, wait, wait,
Apple
wait,
got
wait,
the
wait,
Apple
wait.
got the
You-
bread,
You think
so you might get a little bit more content.
you think Apple getting in the streaming business? I'm just asking the question.
Right.
You think Apple getting in the streaming business is going to bring down prices?
Well, because it's less people will jump ship and go to other places.
You
Well,
always go to the list.
So that's what happens.
But what happened? But Apple, the one thing Apple ain't never did is came into business and been cheaper.
Mhm.
So I don't think the
don't
prices
disagree
are going to
that shit.
change.
Yeah, but you're
Apple's going to come in
right.
and whatever you're paying, if you're paying $14 a month for what you're doing right now,
Right.
Apple's going to come in and there's no way in the world. I would be shocked. They might, but prove me wrong. Apple's going to come in probably $2 higher.
But
Because
but they got to be better. They better be better.
You know what? You know what? Truthfully, I hear what you're saying, but they don't have to be. You know why? Because Apple users are loyal.
That's shit.
They don't care.
Right.
They don't care. You know,
Right.
and I'm not down on Apple products. Apple product is great. But what I'm saying is, if it ain't better, they're gonna say it's better, and they're gonna follow whatever it is that Apple does. So they don't have to be better.
They're
They
not gonna
will.
bail.
If Apple comes out with a streaming service and they say they're better, and put it at $20 a month, Apple followers are going to do it. And they're going to have their same people because they're so
course.
loyal. So they don't have to be better.
Right, but at the same time, if you're gonna that they're gonna have a better content, if they're gonna have better stuff than all the rest, and you can still have access to it regardless of what phone or whatever you have, people are gonna go towards it. I want to go somewhere where I get more better content.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean,
Because Amazon Video, boy, they be having
Amazon,
they got some
yeah,
weird
yeah.
shit on there, man. I'm not doing it.
well, I mean, with that brings me back to what I was asking Kev in the first place, and I still don't think that it. What you're saying sounds good, but I still don't think that Apple users. I think this is what brings back to the first thing. Is Apple going to do this, hoping to attract more people?
Of course.
Yeah, I
No,
think so.
it's not. Of course, because Apple's. That's what I'm saying.
They have a
Apple's content.
strong
Apple's
following
content
with people who buy Apple.
with people who already buy Apple.
Yeah.
They've proven that everything that they do is
Right.
not. It's not. Yeah, if you come over, thank you, but they're content with just doing what they do and keeping the people that they got because they know they have a loyal following and it's big enough where they don't have to.
Yeah, but they're also one of those type of companies where any other thing you have to get, like accessories or anything, gotta be a Mac.
Tone. That's what I'm saying.
He's telling you the
That's
absolute
that's
truth,
what
though.
I'm saying.
He's telling you that. I'm fixed on Mac. So everything I got is Mac.
That's you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. and a person like me is very loyal to Apple. So, like Eric said, they come out with the service, I'm probably going to their service. I probably will switch. You know, that's just what it is. Because I'm fixed on Mac. That's how it is.
But being an Apple person, it's a lot easier just to blend into whatever service they got because it'll be easier for you Macs.
But that's what they and that's what I'm
That's what they
saying.
count on.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. They're not. That's what I was saying in the beginning. They're not so worried about it working with everybody else.
Right.
They're worried about the Apple user being able to connect his phone to his computer to his to his TV with the Apple TV to now his movies to. I wouldn't be surprised if that do they have it already? Does Apple have a Alexa? Do they have a?
Wow, no.
So yeah,
The
I'm
Siri,
surprised.
I'm surprised it's not a Siri setup because it would be Siri.
Yeah, well, okay, well, Siri, yeah.
It would be Siri.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is they're more worried about their people just
Yeah.
eventually taking everything that they own, Apple Play in the car,
Mm-hmm.
everything is Apple,
Mm-hmm.
and making it like that. So, it is what it is.
It is. Tone. I've been waiting on this topic all night. I want to talk about your boy Kodak Black.
Do we got to talk about Kodak Black? I mean,
Is
we
it-
40 something
So
years
why
old.
is it my
I don't give a fuck about the rapper. Let's be honest.
Okay, yeah. So
I
what
don't
did he
give a
say?
fuck about the drama.
So what did he say? Because I mean, I guess it does bring 40-year-old cats in, and our opinion would be relevant here because Kodak Black, while he's looking for it, Kodak Black said some stuff about
Pac, Biggie.
he said he was just as good as Pac and Biggie, and the only reason why we consider them as being great is because they're dead.
Yeah. And that's not the reason I consider Pac and Biggie for being great, but I
So-
mean that's what his opinion is. So I mean, what kind of shit is that?
Well, it makes me look. First of all, I wouldn't compare Kodak Black to Biggie or Tupac. But that being said, I couldn't name one Kodak Black song.
Only song
I
I,
don't
know
know.
Kodak Black is in is the one with Bruno Mars and
He's got Bruno Mars?
So-
that's an R&B song.
So
I
that's-
said Bruno Mars
that
and
just shows you how
and,
deep we go with Kodak Black.
What's the old
Man,
boy's
I'm
name?
not listening
the
to-
R&B single.
I'm not listening to anything
What's the
Bruno
R&B
Mars
sing-
and Kodak Black.
It's Bruno Mars, him, and what's the other boy's name? Damn, I want to say it's damn, dude, what's dude's name?
Future?
Not Future. One of them other rappers, the rapper who
Post
like
Malone?
Southern. Nah, what's the one? Gucci Man Ain't he Gucci?
Yeah.
I think it's
I
Gucci.
don't even listen to Gucci, man. I'm old, man.
Yeah, I don't know
Ooh,
Gucci Man either.
Ooh, whatever the shit is. I know they did that.
Do that again.
That ooh, there you go.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's fruity.
ooh, whatever the fuck it is.
Damn. No, but apparently,
Cut off.
but apparently that whole thing with the a beef with how you get into a beef with Michael Rappaport? I
How
keep
you
saying
not-
Rappaport.
No, how do you not get into
Rappaport.
beef with Mike Rappaport? He talks shit about every fucking body. So
Well, Rappaport is very emotional about his hip hop, man. That guy is don't fuck with his hip hop because if anything, he's our age. He likes what he likes. He likes real hip hop. That's me saying it. He likes real hip hop, which I like real hip hop. He's a New Yorker. He likes all that old school shit. He likes all the boom bap. He likes all the De La Soul. He likes all that shit. So, but man, once you touch that shit, once you touch that bullshit, talking about our legends, he gonna get into your ass.
okay, you hit a point right. You said something that struck a nerve with me, but before we get in that, do you have what he said?
Yeah, let's get into it.
What happened to him? Okay.
I don't know.
Whack. I mean, Kodak Black, the non-rapping rapper, said that he should be looked at in the same category as Nas, Tupac, and Biggie. He also said that Tupac and Biggie only became legends because they died. Duke, you're not dope.
Duke.
You're not a dope rapper. You have no skill set. You have no flow. You have no vernacular. Without the face tats, the wild hairdo, and the short stint in prison, you'd be working at UPS. You know, like Biggie said, don't be mad, UPS is hiring. That would be you. No disrespect to UPS. Comparing yourself to those dudes is a guy playing basketball in his
All right.
Yeah. So
Damn.
so anyway. Look, man.
Yeah, I gotta hear it. Go ahead.
Like I say, I'm not even gonna argue the point whether Kodak Black is better than Tupac or just as good as Tupac or Biggie. As far as I'm concerned, like I said, I don't think he is. I would never.
Fuck no.
I would never put. I mean, but with that being said, I don't know Kodak.
You have your opinion though.
No, but what I'm saying is I don't know him. The reason why I'm saying I don't know is because I don't know Kodak Black. I don't know no Kodak Black songs.
Do you?
I don't know no
I don't know the
Kodak
name of
Black
that fucking
songs.
song.
I mean, what was he in that one song? Wasn't that him from a long time ago with the Migos on that one song? He came in at the end.
I don't know.
But I don't know the nigga. So as far as I'm concerned,
Might have
yeah,
been him.
I don't know. But he does bring up a point that I wanted to bring up to you guys is do we put like stars or artists, do we put them on a higher pedestal than they really should be once they pass, once they die? For instance, I'm using this example, but you know, maybe it's not true. Let's say Prince. Most of us agree Prince was awesome. He was great.
Mhm.
He died.
Mhm.
And everybody, he's a wrong example because everybody's gonna say, I was gonna say, do we call him a musical genius because he's dead? But they call him a musical genius when he was alive.
No.
But there's different people who die who I feel like sometimes, yeah, maybe we do put a lot on it because they pass. In hindsight, Tupac, I thought was, I felt like he was one of my favorite rappers, right?
Mhm.
When I listen to Tupac in hindsight, it does take me back to a certain spot. But if I judge him on what I judge a lot of rappers on,
Mhm.
and I actually listen to his music, he ain't that great a rapper. he spoke on some topics that maybe struck nerves, and he was an icon
Mm-hmm.
as far as what he went through and shit. But as a rapper, do I think that he's one of the greatest rappers I ever heard? Nah, he's not even close. I mean, I can name a whole bunch of rappers that rap better than he does, and I'm willing to say that after listening to Tupac, after the fact, a lot of his stuff that he's saying, a lot of the songs, you hear a lot of repetition. You hear a lot of shit through a lot of the songs, little tricks and stuff he does that he just does over and over and over again. I didn't catch it the first time going through, like, his the All Eyes on Me CD and stuff like that. But as I re-listened to it, yeah, it's a lot of that shit that's the same. So that doesn't take away from him being one of the greatest entertainers and stuff. But is he one of the best rappers? I mean, can't get mad at a cat for saying he raps better than Tupac if he feels like he raps better than Tupac.
I will agree with you in the sense that if you do rap better than Tupac, I think by all means you should step up and say, I'm a top 10 rapper. I do have the skill set, and my content is better than Tupac's. Now, when I think about me not knowing nothing about him, I don't know if his content has what he's talking about has made a platform for him, giving him the ability to step out there and people say that's a good rapper. Because Kodak Black has been in the industry for a little bit. He has been in it for a few years. It's not like it's yesterday he got into this, right?
It is like yesterday.
No,
yeah.
I don't think it's yesterday. I'm pretty
What,
sure.
What, he been in for 2-3 years?
A few years. So you get Pac coming in with Digital Underground. That's 92, right?
Whoa. Wait.
I'm just saying you do.
Okay,
and then he's gone in 96.
Why would you even mention that?
But I'm just saying. So that's 4 years.
What did he do with
basically.
Digital Underground besides I get
4
around?
years.
I mean, besides
4 or 5 years that we have Pac in doing his.
We
thing.
don't even know Tupac in Digital Underground till they do that one song.
No.
So don't claim
He was
Digital
just-
No,
Underground.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We don't really know Pac until he do I Get Around.
Right.
No, Brenda's Baby and shit.
Really got a baby, but that wasn't that
was
famous.
his-
We
No,
knew it
I
in the
bought
Bay.
I bought
We
my
knew it in
first
the Bay.
Tupac
We knew
album.
it in the Bay.
I bought my first Tupac
Yeah.
album before Get Around came
He
out.
does Do What You Like, and it is his feature, right?
Yeah.
He does that.
That
Not
was
Do
a-
What You
No,
Like.
it ain't Do
Not
What You Like. It's
What's
on
the
that
one?
movie.
It's the movie soundtrack he's in.
I clown around when I get around. When I hang
Yeah,
around,
Nothing But
around,
Trouble.
whatever, Nothing but trouble.
Yeah, that one right there. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
That movie.
So that's when
Yeah.
we get our introduction, right?
But then when he came out with Brenda Had a Baby, that's
River Got a
that was
Baby is his
solo.
first album.
Yeah.
When I Get Around is the one that made him big. So we go from there, right? This dude, he's got a few. I've heard him on a few tracks, but I don't like. They don't stick out to me. His verses don't stick out to me, and he might be a good rapper. Who knows? But Pac changed a lot of people. People remember Pac for the influential lyrics that they consider. Maybe you might not consider that influential lyrics that changed their life. So, an icon doesn't necessarily have to be the best rapper in the world. He just has to be somebody who's did something for people, and people feel he's changed them. That's how I look at an icon. Like when I look at Prince.
Who asked you what an icon was? We didn't ask.
No, you said he said that he was legends or icons, different things like that. Man,
He
that's
said, but
There was
But-
more people than Biggie. I mean,
Yeah.
than Tupac.
Biggie and
it was
Tupac.
like more.
Both of them changed people the game
But
around.
at the same time, it's just like
I'll let y'all answer that. But what I said was, I'm not arguing whether he's better.
Yeah.
I was asking y'all the question about do we put when
don't think
people
we do that.
pass, do we put them on a higher pedestal?
I think we remember.
Do we think that he
you
is
can still be a legend.
is
Be alive.
Biggie that great of a rapper?
I think we remember the time when Biggie was rapping and think at the time he was the biggest thing we had. And for us, we remember that time. And that makes
I'll let
Biggie
Tony
great.
answer for I
But the
answer
thing
on
is,
that.
you don't necessarily have to pass to be a legend. Like
No doubt.
it's like you could put KRS-One. KRS-One is still with us, and he's a legend.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He's a legend. There's Rakim is a legend. He's just they're still with us. You don't so I mean, like freaking Aretha Franklin was a legend.
Right,
She was a legend before she even passed.
right. And to me, Prince was. So was the person we don't speak of because Eric don't want to talk about him.
We can
Oh.
speak on that.
But the thing is
So was
like,
Michael.
I mean, that's the thing. We get into that point where a lot of these young whatever rappers, some of them have a lack of respect because if he feels like he is better,
Mhm.
by all means, feel the way you want to feel. Knock yourself out. But don't go turn around and say the only reason why they legends is because
they
they're dead.
dead. Yeah.
Those two cats passed way too soon.
Yeah,
way
They
too
had, they
soon.
had a lot to give to the game, and they just
Yeah,
didn't
they're
give it.
way too soon. Mind you, he keeps up what he's doing now.
Mhm.
Is he gonna wind up becoming a legend because he passed because of some stupid shit?
Okay.
Because he's not. He's not gonna get that recognition.
Yeah.
A lot of these cats are not gonna have this recognition like the two people that he mentioned.
Mhm.
These guys were legends. Yeah, they categorized. Seeing that they died young, they still had a lot more to offer. They're legends now because their music was good and they passed too young and too soon,
Mhm.
and that was cool. But at the same time, a lot of these young cats are not gonna get the same recognition, and they're not getting that recognition now. But at the same time, they do have their strong following,
Yeah.
which is fine. But you can't have the disrespect and saying they're only legends because they passed.
Yeah.
That's to me
Okay.
that's disrespectful.
Okay. Once again, we're not talking whether or not they're better or not. What I'm in Tony, you kind of said it. What I was trying to get across. Part of them becoming legends is because they died. You even said it. You just said that. So that's basically what he just said. The only reason that they're legends.
I don't
Hang
feel
on
that.
hang on a minute. The only reasons that they're legends is because they passed. Now, mind you, you're nodding your head, but I'm not finished. Mind you, if we use Tupac, for instance, you can use Biggie too, because Biggie's catalog is even less than Tupac, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So we take a Biggie, right? Biggie doesn't pass. Say Biggie keeps rapping, and just like every other rapper, he fades into the back.
Yeah.
Do we consider Biggie a legend if he doesn't die?
I say yeah.
Because
I say
because
the
hang
same
on.
reason that he said about
Okay,
KRS-One
but
and
because
Rakim.
no, it's not the same. It's not the same. First of all, because we don't know what Biggie was capable of. Biggie gave us what, 2 albums? He gave us 2 albums. He gave us 2
It's
albums.
3, right?
No, he gave us 2.
Why I see 3?
'Cause-
Okay, go ahead.
He gave us 2 albums. So we don't know what would have happened. After that, we know he gave us 2 solid good albums.
Mhm.
We just don't know. I mean, there's a lot of rappers out there who gave us 2 good albums. Will Smith. There's a lot of people out there that gave us 2 good albums, and we never speak on them as being the best or whatever. But because these cats died so tragically, it has to add to them being legends. I'm not saying that what Kodak Black said was right. I'm not agreeing with him. I'm just saying that you have to take into consideration that a lot of these people are put up on pedestals. Or put up on a higher pedestal because of their misfortune of dying early and stuff. I don't know Tupac to be one of the best rappers. And when you said earlier, Kevin, about how you feel when Biggie was rapping and stuff, when he was here alive, and he was one of the best rappers out.
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't feel that way. Tony, hang on, let me finish. Tony probably felt that way. Tony's from the East Coast. I felt like I hated Biggie. because
Wow.
every time to me it was like a Lakers and a Celtic thing. It was like an East Coast West Coast thing. So every time he put out some shit, yeah, I can recognize Fly when I hear Fly, but at the same time I was automatic like, nigga, he ain't got shit. I remember having this argument with one of my cousins, and I was telling him, I'm like, Biggie nice and everything. He ain't got shit on Corrupt. Corrupt would eat that nigga up. And I remember we went back and forth. He was like, no, Biggie. I'm like, man, Corrupt, have you heard Corrupt? And this was when Corrupt was young, Dog
Yeah.
Pound.
He
And
got
I was
some
like,
nice
Corrupt was
shit.
nice, even though
I still
Corrupt,
think Biggie
even though
a little
Corrupt's
bit
from the
nicer,
East Coast
but-
too. But I'm saying, I remember having those arguments with people back then. And after he passed, because of the way he passed, because of everything, because of the era I grew up in, somehow I ended up putting him in, everybody's got that thing. 1, 2, 3. We all got the same 1, 2, 3 rappers. The top 1, 2, 3 rappers for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
We-
And
yeah.
if you don't have the same
They in your top 5.
if
top
you don't
6.
have if you don't have the same top 3, I can guess who ain't in there. Like if it ain't the people we just talking about, then we're gonna throw Rakim in. We're gonna throw Jay-Z. It's always the same. So what I'm saying somehow he got there from a spot that if he was still alive and I didn't feel bad about him being killed or he's passed away, he might not even be in my top 5.
I don't ever feel bad. I don't feel bad about the 2 people dying. I think about their contribution and
But that's
I
what
like
I'm.
what
That's
I
what.
heard.
That's
I
what
like
I'm
what I
understanding. That's what I'm trying to get you to just open up to for a minute.
I'm trying
Think
to open
about
up
it.
to it. I'm
Think about
thinking
it.
up
If
to what
they
you said.
think about what I'm saying, if they don't die, so they're alive to compete with everybody else. So that means when Eminem comes,
Right.
all of a sudden Tupac's around.
Right.
When 50 Cent comes, Biggie's around. When all these cats are coming up and stuff, and everybody's around, I just think that we would feel different. I'm not saying that their stuff still wouldn't be solid. Their songs that they have that we love wouldn't be songs that we love. I just think that the way we feel about them being the greatest, I think it would change if they were still alive. Because
Yeah,
because
I see what you're
nobody
saying, but I don't feel that way.
people don't. The thing about it is, there's only few. Rakim is one of them.
Yeah.
Where people will
that's-
still
that's
say,
my one,
and
yeah.
truthfully, I disagree.
You disagree. Me.
I was never a big Rakim
I've
fan,
always
but
said Rakim's
but a
one.
lot of people are, so I understand that. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, there's a lot of people who are alive today, who are supposedly rap pioneers, rap legends, who've done a lot, and we never mention them in the top 5. And some of them probably got better rap skills. No, probably. They do have better rap skills. KRS-One is one that you name. He raps better than Tupac. He raps better than Tupac. If you take away Dr. Dre's beat, we can go back to that first album, Tupacalypse Now. Garbage. Every beat on there is horrible.
Right.
Horrible.
I won't disagree
You get
with you. That
you get
first
Dr.
album
But
was-
you
the
put
music was
Dr.
bad.
Dre on. You hit one with Dr. Dre. Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden now we got stuff to bob our head to,
Yeah.
and it sounds good.
Right.
KRS-One is rapping to a fucking drum beat and a turntable,
Right.
and he still put out stuff that made you go made you the stuff that you was talking about Tupac did. He's been doing that, and he's still doing it to this day.
Man, come on, man. I'm a big fan of KRS-One. I'm not going to say that KRS-One is not one of the all-time great rappers. Your question says that if Tupac doesn't die, do I still feel the same way about him? And what I'm saying, for the time and what he delivered, and you got to remember that's a time of violence and all kinds of stuff going on in East Coast, West Coast
So you're
battles and Crips and Bloods and all that stuff. What he was delivering, his message, I appreciate it. Same with Biggie. Biggie was taking the rap era. It's like Rakim took it from one spot. I mean, you got Run DMC and all them dudes doing it in one era. Rakim took it to another level, and then Biggie took it to the next level for me. You know what I mean? It was the change for me. Biggie's lyrics changed it up from some of the things that you know,
I don't
I guess
see
the
that.
intellectual Rakim
I think he
was the
put out some
intellectual.
jams, but he put out some nice
I
cuts
feel like
and stuff.
Biggie
I don't
changed
think
it.
he
I think
took
he
it to
changed
a
the
whole
game.
nother level.
I thought he brought the
What
he
did
brought
he
the
do
fun.
that was so different than
I thought he
anybody else
brought the
did?
fun and he brought the trickery in his lyrics. He brought the having a good time into his lyrics.
You know
I
what
like
made
Biggie, man. I like Biggie.
Kevin Tony waiting to get in.
Get in, Tom.
But
Get in.
you know what? The only thing
Good
I think, the only thing, what we boring you, nigga?
No, I'm just saying that. And motherfucker like Kodak Black,
The-
he don't get a chance to jump in the middle of them two dudes, even if it's disrespectful or
Kodak,
not
why we-
disrespect.
this
He
nigga-
ain't even that type of rapper. He don't get a chance to say that we only like the motherfuckers because they dead. That we only give them so much respect. They only legends because they
But
dead.
what I'm saying
Come
is,
on, man,
what
that's
I'm
some
saying with
bullshit.
Kodak, I don't even know who the fuck Kodak Black is, but all I'm saying is that you have to give. There is something to a motherfucker being dead, and all of a sudden we say he's the greatest. Robin
Okay.
Williams died, and he became the greatest comic.
Oh hell no, Richard
He
Pryor.
was for a week. You say
Pryor.
no, you say that, but a lot of people was all on Robin Williams when he was alive. Wasn't nobody saying that shit.
Nah, damn sure wasn't.
So
Damn
what I'm
sure
so
wasn't.
what I'm saying is what I'm saying is that to me the thing about Biggie that made me think that this nigga who I want to listen to because he was a fat nigga that was black and couldn't breathe and he was spitting game. This nigga, I'm sure Versace, and you could just hear the shit he rapping, and he like this big nigga ain't getting no bitches, and you see him with bitches, and he's like, damn.
Yeah, but would you categorize him as a legend and he
Yeah.
rapped and then he just stopped? Would he be a legend, but he's still alive?
No.
No?
I wouldn't because I just feel like if he's still alive, I just feel like there's so many other rappers out there that I thought was just as good as him.
Yeah.
Method Man was another cat that
Method nice.
I thought was just as nice as Biggie.
Right, but if KRS-One just decided I'm not rapping no more, I ain't doing none of that no more. I'm just gonna move on to whatever the rest of my life. I'm not gonna rap any longer. You ain't gonna see no album. You ain't gonna see nothing. Is he a legend?
Does he have the catalog he has now? So he still has
No,
all them
he's-
songs.
It's him just announcing that he's not.
I know,
putting out
but
about it,
is he
a
saying
legend?
it? Is he saying it after he's had all those songs that he has?
Yeah, he's done. I'm
So,
just done
but
rapping.
he's done his same catalog.
He's done all his shit. He's just
His same catalog.
all
Yes,
his
he's
shit.
a legend.
He's a legend,
He's a legend.
but he's still alive.
Yes.
Okay.
But the reason why I say that is because his catalog, it's not 2 albums. See what I'm saying with Biggie?
I understand
what I'm saying
that.
with Biggie, what I'm saying with Biggie is that his first album, what's
Ready
his
to
first
Die.
album? Ready to Die
Okay.
is a great album. It's a great album,
Awesome
right?
album.
I think it is.
Right.
But
What is Dead Wrong on? What album was that on?
dead wrong.
That might have
The
been
song
the
Dead
first
Wrong.
one.
His first single is Bullshit Apart. Bullshit and
Bullshit.
Party.
Yeah, but I don't even think that's on Ready to Die.
It's not an album. It's his first
The first
single.
time I heard him was on Super Cat.
Yeah.
No, that was after Bullshit and Party.
No, he was on Dolly.
No, that was
Dolly?
after Bullshit and Party. Bullshit and Party came out. It was a single on what's the name of that movie with
I'm
Ella?
just saying that's the
Above
first
the
time I
Rim?
heard of him.
Above the Rim?
No, it was on the LL Cool J movie, wasn't it?
Oh
Where he
shit.
takes the pool sticks and rams it up old dude's ass.
Too
Oh
deep.
shit.
Yeah, In Too Deep. I think
In
it was
Too
on that one. It was on one of them, I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway,
We all have our opinions on legends.
Let it
my
die,
thing,
man.
my thing
that
is,
dude.
my thing is, as it is now. I just argued the point about Biggie not being a legend. Now, mind you, I argued that point, and I consider Biggie a legend. I do, but what I was trying to get across is that I'm willing to say that I'm not gonna say a majority, but a part of that decision that I made is based on him dying in a way that we all take in, whether you like it or not, we all take into consideration
Right.
what he did.
Yeah, considering
if
he
R.
only
R.
had 2
Kelly
albums,
if
so.
R. Kelly died after 12 play, we'd be saying he's one of the best R&B artists there is. But he lived through it and started fucking little girls, so we all hate him now.
Nasty fucker.
If Martin Luther King would have lived and went through the stuff that he went through, we might have changed the way we feel about Martin Luther King. Even all the great stuff that Martin Luther King did, after he died, we started finding out he was, cheating. He was doing all this stuff. Maybe people start thinking about him different if he's still alive. If Martin Luther King is somewhere in the Bronx with a liquor store selling 40s right now, even though he did the shit he did earlier.
He just running the business.
But what I'm saying is people might think differently about the cat. But if you die at your peak, Bob Marley, if you die at your peak, it's easy to put the legend on you because you died at your peak. If 50 Cent died at In the Club, whatever the fuck that song is, your birthday, people would have said that, man, 50 had, people would have been like, man, we don't know what he would have put out. He would have had all these hits. It's the same way with football players and basketball players. How many times have we seen a basketball player hurt themselves and they're at their peak, and we tell you, man, we don't know what he was capable of. If he would have kept playing, he would have did this, he would have did that, he would have did that. We don't know if that fucker would have fall off.
I don't disagree with you in that aspect. I only disagree with you when you have a catalog as not as long, but things that have withstood the test of time. That's good music that has withstood the test of time. It's like old Temptation songs. When you hear them songs, you say, that's some great shit.
Legends.
Right? Legends.
People still listening to them.
Tupac and Biggie's music has withstood the test of time for me.
Right.
And that's why I say...
I think Biggie's music has stood the test of time long.
Right.
I mean,
We're still listening.
More than Tupac. I think Tupac's does too, but I think maybe I'm biased because we just hear Tupac so much because we hear in the West Coast.
We hear it all the time.
In the West Coast, but
I'm sure the East
it's
Coast
like
hear it all the time
if I hear California Love one more time, I'm gonna throw up.
I mean,
but
they can only play it what they.
The West Coast, they love him.
Yeah, but the only difference is that these
Lauren-
cats that you're going to listen to a bunch of times in the next 5 years, you can still listen to them.
Yeah.
Lauren said hi.
To who?
She just said hi to the podcast.
Hey.
Hi, Lauren. How you doing? Anyway.
The Linda's on there too. Okay, go ahead.
Hi.
Anyway, like, I agree with you. I mean, but I just don't think, like I said, my last statement about the Kodak Black dude, and I know you don't care about him, is that I just don't appreciate it, bruh.
He look like he can be your son.
He might can, but I don't appreciate him. People talking about Prince. I don't appreciate people talking about any other dead artist.
What did
man.
he
Let it
say?
go, man. Let it go.
Did he? Okay, I'm not for sure. Tony, answer me this. Did he say anything negative about them? Did he say they were horrible? Did he say they were sorry?
I think
No, answer that.
I think the actual blow up is when he compared himself.
But what I'm saying is, did he say anything negative about them?
They said the only reason why they legends is they dead.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's not fucked up.
Come on,
He's
man.
actually
Come on,
stating
man.
he's stating something that is his opinion.
So
there's a lot of people.
Look, there's a lot of dead ass people, Eric, and they ain't legends.
Exactly.
But see, this is where the different generations clash. It's the new hip hop generation and the old school generation clashing. He's thinking that the younger generation this young rapper has no respect for the people before him. And that's where I think Michael Rappaport has an issue with.
I don't feel like he said anything disrespectful at that point. I don't understand. And mind you, I haven't heard. I'm just going by what this little part right here. When you say that the reason why they're legends is because they're dead, I don't see where that's disrespectful. To me, that's an opinion. He feels, we just argued for the last, we just conversated for the last 10 minutes saying that I can see where that comes from. There is a part that makes you legend because you died.
I mean, it is true, but at the same time, I think the manner in which he said it might have been the spark. He didn't
say I don't understand why these fuckers is legend because they died. They really garbage. These niggas is horrible and I'm better than all of them. He's saying that these are the best artists, but I'm just as good, if not better. And you cannot get mad at a rapper for saying that because all our best rappers, every rapper that we grew up listening to always claimed that they were better than everybody else. So we can't get mad about that. And then the other thing other part of it was because he died, he's a legend. I've heard that before. He ain't the first motherfucker to say that. A lot of people have said that about Biggie and Tupac.
All right.
Let's move on.
Ain't nothing
This
else
is
to move on
ridiculous.
to.
Yes, it is. Question of the motherfucking
All right.
day.
End of the show.
I ain't got no question of the
Yes,
day.
you did. You asked me. You said you want to ask me a question.
Kevin,
Oh,
don't never put me on pod. I never said I had a question of the day. Why you say that? What was the question? What was my question of the day?
it wasn't a question of the day. You said you had a question you want to ask me and my man Tony. You said you had a conversation with
No,
you.
I did not.
Yes, you said you had a
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not.
We're going to let it go.
No, we don't let it go. Goddamn, let's go.
I don't even know what the fuck he talking about, but I never told him I had
You
a
know what I'm
question.
talking about?
I never told you I had a question of the day.
You didn't, maybe you didn't call it a question of the day. You said you had a question for us.
You know what? When I get my next team, boy, you gonna wish that you would have acted right.
You are
Nigga,
not
I
gonna
ain't
get
got no
another
wish I act
team.
right.
Let's go.
You gonna wish you acted
You know what?
right.
You know what? I'm
nigga,
gonna tell you
'cause I'm
something.
gonna get rid of
Let me
your
tell you
ass.
something I already know, and something Tony already know too. You gonna ride and die with us, nigga. Simple as that.
I'm getting
You
some
gonna
new
ride and die with us two right here. You know why?
What we at on time?
Well, we gonna ride. You ain't gotta die with me. You ain't gotta die.
What we at on
Well,
time?
we die.
We probably right about there. Let's go ahead and get that last one in though. You got something you want to talk about?
We
You cool?
right there. We spent all this time talking about some bullshit. Oh, never mind. That's the podcast. Go ahead. That's what we do here. We talk bullshit. Let's go.
I ain't got nothing else, man. So anyway, so we on Instagram Live for the first time. With Instagram, a lot of people get on Instagram and they show different things. And one of the things that I like looking at on Instagram, and I ain't gonna say I like. I admit it. I like
Speak.
looking at. I like looking at. But the first part of it, I just want to know: do you guys think? Do you guys? Okay, you know what? You guys have the same friend, but he might not be sending the stuff to you. If there's a cat that you know, one of your boys, that constantly sends you pictures
Of
of like Instagram girls, so the big booty girls or
fat asses.
damn nigga, you know the story?
You just said big booty.
I know,
I'm
but
just-
you just wanted to make sure for the folks that
Oh,
I said
shit.
big
Oh,
booty nigga.
shit.
This nigga fat asses. So anyway,
This nigga.
so do you guys have an issue? Well, no, what do you guys think about the cat who constantly sends the pictures of it? So every time he comes across a girl with a big booty, I'm sending this to Eric. Eric don't like this. I'm sending this to Eric. Eric. Maybe y'all don't get him.
Thanks. I missed that
So
one.
so you don't mind?
No, thanks. I missed that one. Thanks, bruh.
You don't have a problem with that?
I don't want no constant shit coming all the damn time.
I get shit from somebody all the time in my messages. And
Yeah,
every
that's
time
too
I look
much.
around, it's another big ass girl. When I mean big ass girl, I don't mean big ass girl. I don't mean big ass girl. I mean big ass girl.
Derriere, huh?
No.
Oh, you talking about just a big ass girl?
Yeah, she got a
Large?
big derriere, but she just
Junk.
because he like big girls.
Oh, you like big
I
girls.
get this picture, and it wouldn't even matter though if the girl was skinny.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. It wouldn't matter. I'm
it doesn't.
constantly getting pictures. Every once in a while, you're like, damn. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
But then other times, you like, I already know. I don't even got to click on. I'm like, oh, this nigga sent me another picture of some chick.
Damn.
I mean, we all see him. We all can go on Instagram and see him.
Yeah.
So,
If you're following them.
but don't you think that that's like that nigga's kind of nasty? I mean,
Well, that's his choice. It's
Tony
his
don't.
preference, right?
No, but he's sending. Okay,
Kinda
if
bored.
he's looking at it himself, that's his choice. But he's sending them out.
Maybe he think you appreciate.
I appreciate it.
See, Tony nasty too,
But I ain't gonna send it to you. But I appreciate it.
but you nasty.
What's your point?
Tony,
nasty.
Tony said, I don't give a fuck. I'm
What's
with
your
it.
point?
I'm with it.
I don't see the problem.
So okay.
Oh shit.
So
Nothing to say.
What's the
them
problem?
big ass fake booties.
Fake or real?
Does it
I
matter to you,
just said
Tony?
fake. I just said fake.
I want to know. I gotta know the answer. Does it matter to you if it's fake or real?
Did
Nah, it don't matter.
I didn't think so.
So would you be okay? And you know what I'm talking about when I say the big fake. I mean them
Yeah, the
outrageous,
misproportioned.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
waist like this.
Yeah.
And then them big ass booties.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself with? Could you see yourself with that?
Nah.
When I say with that, I mean that's your girl. So that means
Yeah.
you going to the store with her.
Nah.
You doing everything with her.
Just knowing it's
Nah.
fake, I couldn't be. That's not my preference.
That's the only problem you would have with it is that
Yeah,
that it's
pretty
fake.
much. Yeah.
Oh, so
Because if it's natural, you can't help it.
so if it was natural,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have no problem being.
No. Because I mean, what are you supposed to do with it?
So you would be. That's somebody you could see being your girl.
Yeah, because it's natural. It's not something that she just went somewhere.
Okay,
and
I'm not. you're
Yeah,
not-
I just said yeah. If it's natural, what are you supposed to do?
So what I'm saying is that you would choose a chick like that. It's
Yeah.
not like it just popped up overnight.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
naturally.
it's my- yeah,
So you could see
my
yourself being
preference,
with that.
Sure.
Super big.
But hey,
Okay. Kev?
Shit, I don't think I can handle it. You know,
what?
the bottom line is, shit. That's. I mean, I would.
Why you look nervous?
I am. Damn, I'm thinking about that. That's a lot of woman, man. That's a nice figure. That motherfucker might hurt me. Shit, man. It's nice
Why-
to say. It's
It might
nice to
hurt
say
you?
that. Yeah, I'm not really.
You're
into
intimidated.
I might be a little intimidated, man.
No.
I'm into maybe the more athletic type body girls. You know, I guess that would be.
Oh, you like them fit?
So
Yeah, I still like a nice round bottom is nice though. Don't get it twisted. And I'm not saying that, you know. Shit. Eric, fake, completely fake, I probably would have a problem with it because I know it's gonna bring drama, first of all. And you know, and me being the more ghetto one, I'd probably be ready to fight every fucking minute. Motherfucker saying something about my girl's ass. So
See
yeah.
what you say there in the latter part of that is what the question was more about, because whether it's fake or if it's real, if it looks a certain way, is where the issue comes in at.
Yeah.
So to me, whether it's fake or whether it's real, you know, that's just a preference, whether you want that or not. But that's not what I was really basing the question on. The question was, could you deal with, would you be willing to deal with
A lot of drama.
everything that comes with it? And that's what I'm trying to say. When Tony kept saying, well, if it's real, you know, I'll deal with it because that's my girl. What I'm saying is, are you willing to deal with everything that comes with it? So if you got a girl with a waist like this and a booty like this,
Oh, God.
that everybody can see, because you can't
shit look
hide
good,
that.
too.
What I'm saying is everywhere you go, you have to deal with disrespect.
Yeah.
Because it's the type of disrespect that first of all, it's a type of shape that no matter what, you're gonna hear, damn.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you're gonna hear, you might hear, ugh. You're always gonna hear something. It's gonna be shit that because of the way it's so disproportioned.
And that's my problem. You know how I am, Eric. You've been
Yeah,
with me
so-
before.
so
I
you're
don't
either gonna
like
be-
the
yeah.
disrespect. So I'm gonna be like,
So you're
oh,
gonna be
shit.
fighting all the
Yeah,
time,
that's-
or you're gonna
that's
have
my
to
problem.
be you're gonna
Yeah,
be
I'm
dealing
like, I
with
fucked
stuff
up.
all the time. And mind you, there's certain people who have no issue with
Yeah.
dealing with that. There is certain people who can deal with it. Me personally,
Yeah.
it's cool to look at it on Instagram.
Mhm.
It's cool, videos or whatever. Shit, I'll look at your girl while she walks around with the booty. But if it's me, once you get past a certain spot, I'm probably going to be like, you know what, that's enough. Because
It's time to go work out. Let's go.
Anything, working out, that you talking about that? That's not working. That's nothing you can do about that. That's just ass.
Yeah.
But that I don't think I could deal with it. I don't know if I'm that what do you call it, that secure that I can deal with. I can deal with everywhere we go. I know every nigga, and every time we walk past a group of guys, you got to tell yourself, don't look back, because if you look back, you know them niggas are all gonna be looking at your girl's asses, and you got to deal with that shit. You either got to play that role like, smile at the guys like like a punk,
Mhm.
or you gotta play the role like you tough guy.
And that's
then
gonna start some
that,
shit.
That takes
Nah,
way
yeah.
too much energy.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so I don't know if I could deal with it, but a lot of guys do.
No doubt.
Yeah, but what if it's natural then?
I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm not.
she's grown to that.
But see, let me answer that. Let me
Yeah,
answer
go
that.
ahead.
That's what you were saying earlier. That's what I'm saying. Even if it's natural,
Right.
what I'm saying is, I wouldn't be with that, even if it's natural, because I wouldn't. It's not about whether it's natural or if it's fake. Do I want to deal with the drama of it? It doesn't matter if it's fake or not. What I'm saying is, I don't want to deal with the everyday drama of every time we go somewhere, I got to deal with it. So even if it's natural, you still guys looking at your girl can care less if it's natural or if it's fake. They still gonna look at it and say, "God damn, nigga, woo, shit." They still gonna say the shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but
They're not
you're
gonna look at you and be like, you know what? We respect him because this girl's shit is natural.
Yeah.
And they keep on going. They're
Yeah.
still gonna act the same fucking way. So I'm talking about the way people act, not if it's
Right.
natural or if it's fake. I'm not questioning her decision. I'm questioning whether I would be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Like Kevin said, could I handle it? I don't
That's
know
it.
if I could handle every day. That's a lot of work.
But
And not to mention when you ain't there. God damn, I didn't even think about that.
but
When you
I
ain't
can't
there,
see Tone's point though. So you say you meet her young.
he don't know what I'm talking about. He don't know what I'm talking about.
we're not there.
When you
Like you at
So you
she
at
going to
work, she walking around with her ass out this world, nigga. Every motherfucker in the world is like, mama, come here. Let me holler at you. They own your girl all like, cause she's got an ass that says, come here. She's got an ass that says,
Damn.
she's got an ass that says, exactly. Come here, girl. Like you could talk to me.
Oh shit. Funny as shit.
Everybody's talking to that shit.
Yeah.
That's all about how she handles it.
Yeah.
Because now you think you're now with her. So what? Your insecurities are gonna take over. And
I'm gonna
Hell
be
yeah.
insecure.
You been
Hell
calling her
yeah.
every
If I
15
got
minutes?
if I got a girl with a ass like we see on the Instagram, them fake asses that's walking around in stretch pants and shit, I'm gonna be insecure because I know what I ain't even gotta look far. I know what my boys is about. So I ain't even if I know that how we act and stuff and we're good.
Yeah, because I know the way I look, I'm like, damn.
And
Damn.
think about
That's
it,
just
but,
me.
but we're on the good side.
And you at work? Is she
Think
going
about
to
them
the grocery store?
Think about them low life motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's
Low-
constantly.
If there's a low life, no matter what your girl look like, they're gonna be out there.
Yeah, but you know what the difference is? Is your girl
It
ain't
just
wearing.
stands out more.
It's a big difference. There's a big difference in when them big fake asses and a regular pretty girl.
You can't do nothing because if it ain't the booty, guess what? What else is there?
What
Big chest.
the fuck Tony talking about, man? He's just
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your girl could be fine as hell. It doesn't matter.
Tony,
Your
okay.
wife can still look the way she is. You still find her attractive.
Okay, Tony,
People are still gonna look
we
at
were
her.
using the booty as an example, but the
Right.
titties are the same thing. It's the same. It's the
Yes.
same.
So regardless,
It's the same. We could switch it. If she had big breasts, like you're saying,
Mhm.
it's the same thing. Never mind. This nigga just nasty. Let's forget it.
sorry, my bad.
Let's forget it. Let's end the
bad.
show.
That's my bad.
All right, my peoples. First night Instagram Live. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I mean, we're going to get a little looser, drink a little bit more alcohol. We get a little
No,
crazy.
ain't no more alcohol.
We ain't drinking tonight.
No, I'm not tonight, but I'm
No.
as we usually do, we try to do this little test run on this. We'll get loose and we'll get to acting crazy and we'll get some interaction with y'all. Please comment, let us know what can we do better? How can we make this better? That's really what it comes down to. We just trying to have a good time and you getting to kind of dive into our life. This is what we do. Sit around and talk shit, get mad at each other and shit. But hey, that's a part of what Don't Be Stupid's about. So y'all have a good night. All I gotta say is peace.
All right, man.
Yeah. Later.
Love you, ma.